on Friday, after my debate with Jay from the Tachyon Pulse, he showed me a message or told me about a message that was about what we're about to talk about and told me immediately, if you post a video of this right now, I'll kill you because he was sitting on it and was going to do the video on Saturday. So no rules about talk about it after he's dropped his exclusive here. But he's confirmed a lot of rumors that I've heard about in the past. I've got a CBS insider who's tracked these things and actually shown that his sources, Jay's sources, are reliable in what they're saying so far. So I have no reason to doubt what's going on here. It looks like we might have a lot of cause to cheer as Star Trek fans, my friends. The long nightmare might finally be over. Please hit the like and subscribe button as we talk about all things Star Trek here on JDA Talks Trek. I'm John Delarose. I am a sci-fi author myself. I come at it from more of a writing perspective, and I have made this as a joke. I've mentioned several times that I was just like, I could just do this better, way easier. And originally I was like, okay, maybe I'll do it, because a lot of people told me to do it. And I was thinking about doing a son of a character from my book, which was here, and actually just setting it like 20 years in the future or something like that, having him show up at the Academy just to continue on that sort of thing in my space opera world. But then I've got a writing partner I work with who we've come up with this like incredible world building for like this hard science fiction. It's going to be way beyond Star Trek. It's probably the best hard science fiction setting I've seen in the last 30 years. And I'm just like, wow, we are now the new Larry Niven and Jerry Bornell of science fiction in 2026. I don't want to brag that hard because those guys are the best, but we kind of are, and we're carrying on that torch, guys, with what we're doing here. This is a special book that I'm writing right now. Really, really good, and I'm going to show how the Academy can be done right. Now, this is going to be, I'm still writing it, so it's not done yet, and that's why I want you to sign up for my newsletter. I never know if I'm going to find you on YouTube again, but if you want to check out the books and check out some great science fiction, this is where you should be. It's in the description below. You get 3 free books for signing up: a sci-fi book, a fantasy book, and a full superhero graphic novel. And I appreciate everybody who's been here. My goal for the month was to get this to 8,000 subscribers, and we're already blown past 8,100 subscribers. So we are doing really, really well. And I appreciate you guys for reading, and everybody who is on here who actually then checked out some of the books, because I really, really appreciate you. You're the best. And so, yeah, we're having fun here. Everybody always calls us like, they're always like, this is the toxic side of the internet. It's just a few fans who just, that aren't real fans who hate this stuff and they hate everything, right? No, that's how they gaslight you with this. And that's how they kind of run their marketing campaigns to try to make it a us versus them political drama for you to watch shows like in the slop, like Starfleet Academy, and like what they've done with Strange New Worlds, all this stuff, right? And so this is where it's at. It's not working. Ratings have been terrible. We talked about it, again, at the end of our sort of debate on Friday, what the ratings were looking like. Jay pulled up showing that it's not looking good on Paramount, even after week 2. Of course, first week 1 that dropped off the rankings after day 1 pretty quickly. And so people are not watching these over the course of the week. They're not catching up. Everybody kind of knows this is just dead on arrival and a terrible show. We've gone over why at length, but it looks like it's finally catching up to Alex Kurtzman. Now, Tachyon Pulse had a exclusive scoop, and I got to tell you, go subscribe over there, my friends. This is it. Got to give all the props here. Star Trek shock deal offer withdrawn, Academy fallout over here. And what he talked about on this is the deal with Alex Kurtzman and Secret Hideout. Now, this has been widely reported for a long time that the deal was up last year, that his tenure finally was coming to a close, and Paramount at this point has a shot to renew the deal, alter the deal, pray I do not alter it further, or some variation of that, or just let him walk entirely. Now, a lot was hinging on Starfleet Academy being a success or a failure during this. What I found out from my CBS insider around November of last year was that Kurtzman was told to get out of the studio by December 15th. Now, he couldn't make that deadline. He got out by the end of the year, but it was leased, that studio was actually leased to another outlet. We don't know whether it's Star Trek related or not, to film something in there. And so they packed up all their sets, put them into storage, etc., and that's the end of that. And so that was the end of all filming, even potential reshoots or anything for Strange New Worlds or Starfleet Academy. It's wrapped, it's done. So honestly, this is one of those weird situations because they filmed 2 seasons before even coming out with the first episode. They cannot make adjustments. They cannot change the scripts. They can't go back and do reshoots and try to see what fan reaction was things and kind of alter things as they are, like a lot of shows do. Like if you look at Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, they all, like in the first couple of seasons, they find their voice and they find their footing, and then for the second season, they alter it a little bit, and you see that actually all those shows get much better by the third season because of that refinement. That doesn't happen here, right? And there's no way for that to happen here. All the scripts, like I said, were done in advance. So these ratings are the peak of Starfleet Academy. It just falls off from there, because if everybody hates episode 2 and 1, then you don't watch 3. If you hated 3 also, then you don't watch 4. Rarely can you get people back. This is not something where it's like you'd have to have such substantial word of mouth coming for episodes 4 and 5 and 6 like that, or like, this is actually really good, I was wrong. We'd have to have all these channels doing this everywhere. And look, even the shill media is like, yeah, it's not so great. Maybe some Star Trek fans aren't going to like this, but it's like they're really caveating their reviews, right? Not going to happen. So that's what happened there. And we heard that, of course, they're in negotiations as this goes along. Now, part of what was happening with all of this is a big deal because Skydance is the people who bought Paramount last year. A large part of Skydance doing this and the merger going through was them actually assuring the FCC that they were going to remove a lot of wokeism from these TV shows, right? And that's actually what launched Strange New Worlds and delayed Strange New Worlds Season 3 and Season 4, because that delay was actually to edit out a lot of that stuff that they were going to throw into that show. Thank God they did that. Maybe it'll make some of it watchable. The only problem with that is we still have all the parody episodes and the puppet episodes still coming, guys. Brace for puppets, my friends. They turn it into a joke about Star Trek every single time, but that stems from the woke writing. You even remove the overt identity politics stuff, it's still there. It's still in the background. It still festers just like a fungus, right? It's really terrible. And so that's where we're at right now. And unfortunately, what happened was Kurtzman is a Trump deranged lunatic. And he rants and raves in the offices. He's had fights with people because he wants to resist, hashtag, etc. This goes all the way back to Discovery. If you remember at the beginning, the Klingons were a stand-in for MAGA, remain Klingon, instead of make America great again. It was so cringy. And of course, the Discovery, as we know, went way off the rails with all this identity politics crap included into it. So this is what they're doing with Starfleet Academy too. It's a double down, triple down. You could see it right now. I mean, the first couple of episodes were not all that bad on the overt sense, but in the background, you got a Starfleet officer in a wheelchair. You got the fat chick who ate her comm badge. You got the lesbian Jem'Hadar. It's like, you know what's there. You got the black guy, who is being taken care of because he was oppressed as a child, who then has to go slobber over the white woman who has to slobber over him. It's everything is an identity politics trope in this show. It's painful to watch, and so that was a big thing. So what I was told, Tachyon Pulse earlier reported that there was a meeting last week regarding Alex Kurtzman and the like. And maybe I'll pull up his pretty face right here so you guys can see that. All right, bad screen, but what can you do? And that meeting I actually had confirmed by my CBS insider as well. Now, I was told that it was an all-hands-on-deck meeting because the FCC's pissed because of the wokeism that's permeating and because it's making such headlines. I mean, even White House advisor Stephen Miller commented on it. Elon Musk is commenting on it. This was something that was like beyond just like the little nerd circles. It went into normie, central. It was this is stuff that's talked about on Fox News, and that's crazy. And Star Trek doesn't usually make that. That's how absurd Starfleet Academy is. And so they were in trouble, and they're trying to mitigate things. Now, Kurtzman, as Tachyon Pulse has reported, had a deal that was going to be offered to him. And it was like a deal he didn't really like a non-exclusive for Star Trek, but he still exclusively could work for the studio. And it really wasn't offering him the money he liked or whatever, because his stuff's been failures. It's cost them a lot of money, and that's where it's at this point. And so that was part of it. And there was this offer that was on the table still, and Paramount apparently was not really negotiating. Now, what Tachyon Pulse broke on this weekend was that this deal's been rescinded, that Paramount just said, nope, Starfleet Academy is performing that bad. It's that horrible. We're done with it. And that's pretty interesting. And so I haven't verified this one. I haven't talked to my CBS guy yet. But he's apparently said he's verified it from 2 sources. He's been very accurate with this stuff so far, and I've confirmed a lot of what he's been saying the last year with this stuff. So I'm looking like Kurtzman might be out. Might be the soft cancellation of Starfleet Academy. We're not going to get a cancellation announcement now. It's not going to come out from the studio until probably after the second season airs, because look, if they tell you it's canceled now, they know the ratings plummet even more, right? And things get even worse. That's how they do things. And it's like the Doctor Who situation last year. We all knew it was canceled, but they couldn't say anything until really it was off the air, right? And that's exactly what was happening with that. So that's what we got going. You guys, this might be the end of Kurtzman's Star Trek, which means great things. 1, no Starfleet Academy Season 3, thank God. No more spin-offs that are going to replace the original series after Strange New Worlds. Thanks God. Can you imagine? And no Office-like comedy with Tawny Newsome starring in it in another comedy, because these are all comedies. Why is everything Star Trek a comedy now? Stop. It's painful. But that's where it's at. So great news, maybe. We'll see if it comes true. I am taking this as it's probably happening at this point, because he's been very reliable with his sources so far, and this is something to cheer about today. All right, guys, let's make Star Trek great again, or at least the space fleet great again. Make sure to sign up for my newsletter in the description below so you can not miss out on this and get your free books. Thanks, guys, for being here, and of course, leave a comment down below. Love to hear from you. We'll be back.